Well, hello everybody. How's it going? I thought we'd talk about audiophile Ethernet cables. They're as real as my fucking hair. Ain't it beautiful? Well, if you believe this is my real hair, then you should definitely buy audiophile Ethernet cables. 100%. I mean, totally. You should also spend like close to $12,000 for your USB interconnects. Yep, you should. You know what? You should complain to your local telecom. Be like, my internet isn't fast enough. Do what one guy did to a family, which I regretfully installed. The best I could, by the way. But I installed Cat 7 extra. This shit is as thick as fucking coax in this dude's house. Okay? Because the guy that I was working with, hold on. Sorry about that. Train's coming by, so just kind of make this a little better for you. Oh, don't worry. You're not going to hear that because you see, I'm using audiophile wire for my microphone cables inside my phone. I just put them in there. Totally. So, I mean, like, yeah, go on ahead. Knock yourself out. All right? And you know, that's great. But here's the thing. If I told you that if you put food in a different plate, it'll make it taste extremely better. Yes, it's true. You can taste plastic, okay? You can. All right? People don't know that, but again, if you're a chef, you'd probably understand that concept. For most people, they'd be like, I can't taste the difference. And most people honestly wouldn't be able to taste the difference. But let me explain to you something about this. That has some science and merit behind it. The shit about audiophile Ethernet cables. Knock yourself out. I don't care. Alright, fuck, I'll build you some if you really want. If you want to make it to esoteric standards, I can do that for you. I seriously can. But I got some really bad news for you. Really bad news. If I build them for you, it's not going to make your internet any faster. It's not going to make the transmission of data any faster. In fact, if your cables are proper and at the proper lengths, honestly, and I'm not joking here, I'm going to go ahead and make some cables out of Dollar Tree steel wire using some regular interconnects. I'm even going to go and sacrifice some of my crimps to go ahead and actually make these. I'm not even going to shield them. I'm not even going to twist them. I'm going to show you that I can make an interconnect out of Dollar Tree steel freaking wire. And it'll still work. Okay? So, here's the thing. I don't care what you spend your money on. If you believe that, if you really do believe, and this is coming from somebody who's in Europe, that just tells you that, yo, those Europeans, they ain't as smart as all the rest of them. I'm just saying, okay? But you know what? If anybody out there ever wonders why, and like I said, political correctness is not my forte. If I tell you that white people are fucking stupid, alrighty then. That's why all this shit exists. Because people are dumb and ignorant. And it's okay. Look, if it makes you feel good that like this fake hair makes you feel better about yourself, sweet. Honestly, I don't care. If you buy some cables and it makes you feel good, then do it. All right? But here's the thing. Like everything in the world, beauty and taste is subjective. And you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Really, I don't care. Do whatever you want. It's your money. Do whatever you want with it. In fact, let me point out something. In order for cable manufacturers to go ahead and differentiate themselves, this is kind of what they have to do. And it's all marketing wank, and that's perfectly fine. Okay? Just like Tesla has marketing wank. You know, you have to understand that, unfortunately, And this is for the rest of us people who are engineers, or for me, who I am a low voltage technician. Okay, I do actual cabling, go in the buildings, not just regular homes. I go into large buildings. Like, if you ever been to a Target in California, chances are I probably wired the building from scratch. Okay, everything you see in that building that's connected, minus the high voltage stuff at 120 volts. Okay, I touched it. Sometimes I had to go ahead and mess around with it, but I didn't install it from the ground up. But as far as data cabling, all your electric alarms, phones, voice over IP stuff, that kind of crap, for the phones, I did all that. Okay, even pots, right? I'm even familiar with some fiber optic stuff. But the thing is, folks, it's like if I'm trying to sell you, and this is interesting. Have you noticed there's not too many fiber optic interconnects, right? I mean, really, why is that? Okay, um, because the problem is, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? You, as long as the cable makes the transmission, you're good to go. And again, there's already error correction built into the clock. I'm sorry, guys, but I mean, it's as stupid as me trying to sell you better telephone cables, and saying, the bandwidth will immediately go up higher. You'll hear better stuff. Is it possible? Yes, it is absolutely possible. But are you going to make frequencies come out of nowhere? You can. There's a way to do it. There's a way to do everything, okay? Nothing is impossible. Let me just put it to you that way, okay? Nothing is impossible. But you know what? Instead of actually focusing on things like, we at a certain audio company make sure that the interconnects are actually proper copper. We make sure that they're made properly. And here's the best part: your contacts are actually, we treat them. We make sure that the surfaces are gonna, have maximum contact area. These kinds of things are important. They actually make sense, and it's not real marketing wank, but it could be that. I mean, I could, honestly, guys, some of you folks don't know, but I actually sell a line of cables. I really do. And the thing is, everyone loves my cables. No kidding. Because I do all the weird stuff to make sure they're actually good. And you know what? I do believe in shielded cabling. I absolutely do. The thing is that if you are a cable person, right, you will understand that there is a such thing as too much shielding. Okay? Because then you mess up the properties of the wire. You can add extra capacitance, extra inductance. There's things that will happen. And this is exactly something that's really important when you're talking about something like electrostatic speakers, especially if you're running them directly from the tube amp, okay? That can definitely make a difference, because you're working at 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, sometimes 15,000 volts. It's possible, especially from swing to swing. It's definitely possible. Okay? But the thing is, for most people out there, all right, folks, look, if you're talking about audiophile switches and all this other stuff, I dare you to ask them, what are they using internally in the switch? And you know what they'll tell you? They will be dumbfounded. Any actual switch today, do you know what they're using? They're using a token ring network on the inside of it. Like I said, folks, a lot of people, they bullshit about a few things that they know about. Like, I don't go ahead and I go to like Peter PSL and be like, the internals of that DAC really don't. I'm not gonna fucking tell Peter that. Peter has ears. Okay? I'm not gonna go ahead and tell Peter that this software implementation could be so much better and you're stupid for using it. Right? I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. Honestly, here's the thing. People use what works for them, and I'm fine. And for those people that market this stuff, I'm completely fine with you doing it. In fact, I don't care. And you know what? It's just like with in the car audio world. And again, Steve Mead, and also Demore Engineering. Don't forget about Demore Engineering. Very important here. They work together to make something called an amp dyno. If you aren't familiar with something like an amp dyno, you should go check it out. But it was to go ahead and give certified measurable results based on a CEA standard testing kind of method, okay? And I say kind of because CEA has there's like different versions of the CEA. There's 2006, I believe, and there's like a few, there's a new one and an older one, I believe. Okay. But the thing is that if you're doing testing, testing is completely different than actual subjective listening. Okay? No kidding. All right. So let me ask you this, and this is important for a lot of you that don't really seem to understand what's going on. But what's your favorite color? Okay. It's like arguing which color is better. Now, look, I love high end audio. I really do. I am a fan of it. I love the better stuff out there. But here's the thing, guys. Are you really going to go ahead and spend like probably 180,000 to 200 to about $1 million to listen to the Bloodhound Gang? Are you? Yeah. Look, I like the music that I like, and I am the person who I am, and that's perfectly fine, for me, right? I'm not going to be politically correct, but I do believe in treating everybody pretty darn well, especially if they deserve it. And I do mean it. Some people do not deserve proper good treatment, okay? We know who some of those people are. Maybe they're in your life, maybe they're not. Maybe they're people that, have screwed you over, right? Okay, so you can't say, oh, yes, everybody needs to be treated with respect. No, right? So, with that being said, I want to make it very clear to you guys, whatever's happening this marketing wank, instead of debunking it, you know what you need to do? Seriously? You need to come right behind them and undercut them. Or just go push it to 11, like I always say. Oh, really? There's one for 10,000. Well, we're going to offer one for $50,000. Some motherfucker will buy it. Someone will. Okay? Bottom line. All right? And you know what? Cool. Right? It's their money. Let them spend it how they want. Some people spend, millions of dollars to go to Europe and have like relations with underage children as far as like 2 to 3 years old, I mean, and there's a market for that shit, and everybody's like, we really need to worry about all these other things, right? Like supposedly global warming, right? And it's a big issue. But let's not actually do anything about it. Let's just go ahead and complain a lot, right? Let's not actually build nuclear power plants or really, make it so that seriously everyone has solar panels on their home. Everyone, right? Make it absolutely cheap to install. Actually build the solar industry from scratch and keep pushing it, right? Because as far as I know, you know, I'm looking around in my neighborhood, hardly anything. When I was in California, like I didn't see everybody's home have them, and there's lots of sun down there. Okay, so the point is, folks, all you're getting is a bunch of complainers, and you know what? When it really comes down to it, man, look, it's your money. Spend it how you want. It's your time too. Do whatever you want with your time here, okay? I mean, look, people still believe in Christianity and everything that the Bible says, but then they'll turn right around and go to their doctor and ask for pain pills, ask for dick pills, right? Because, like, you can't pray for a hard dick at 60 or 70, right? You can't go ahead and say, I wish God give me bigger boobs. Okay, well, unfortunately, God doesn't care, all right? He's like, get pregnant, bitch, all right? That's pretty much how it goes. That's your life, okay? So these people come up with all these weird things, and it's majorly accepted. So why not, the audiophile religion, okay? I mean, that's really what it is. You're buying into a religion. Call it whatever the hell you want. Anyway, I don't want to make this video too long, but I just want to go and put this out there for the rest of you who enjoy a good laugh. And folks, if you guys want to see me actually make some Dollar Tree Ethernet cables, I will do it. And I will show you that it does work. Okay, I'll even transmit high definition audio from one end to the other. I'll even use my generic Ampere DAC. I might even buy a new topping DAC. What the hell? I might buy a shit DAC. Why not? Okay, that would be the shit. But really, I can show you, like anybody can. But again, it's their money. Let them spend it however they want. And let me make something clear. if it makes you feel good, if it's good for you, if it makes you happy, whether it's religion, right? Buying expensive audio cables or parts or this or that, right? Buying drivers that go up to like 50 to 60 kilohertz. If doing that makes you happy, then by all God means do it, okay? Because you know what? I'm tired, really, of honestly have the just the wonder of life is gone, and that sucks. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so a lot of people get angry about this stuff. I just go out and go get a drink, man. I mean, honestly, like, it's like I said, it's weird, but I'm not gonna worry about it. And again, right, every single question that comes into question, you're just like, well, okay, I'll buy your cables, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a straight A to B comparison, all right? And then I'm going to go ahead and use the famous thing that Macintosh did, which is use... I need to hang up my coats, man. Too bad they're made out of wood, if you know what I'm talking about. But look, common sense audio really does make a difference. And you know what? Look, am I saying that you don't hear a difference? That's like me saying, are you sure God talks to you? There you go. Are you going to argue that? There you go. This is Amiga503. Have a great one. Enjoy your audio and be cool. And like I said, you know what? Don't be mean to these people. That's like being mean to Christians. That's just mean. Bye, everybody.